If you're thinking about relocating the mountains either to retire, start fresh, work remote, or just have that outdoorsy lifestyle, we're going to be going over a map tour of Brevard to show you what the town looks like, how far it is away from things, actions, activities, what the layout looks like, and a little bit about the real estate market as well. My name's Dylan Slattery. I am your Western North Carolina realtor, and on this channel, we go through everything Western North Carolina, from Brevard to Mars Hill, from Waynesville to Black Mountain, and obviously Asheville in between. We cover it all with regular updates and information. So go ahead, like, subscribe, follow along, because you want to be the first to know about any changes going on in the area and ways that you could improve your life just by living here. If you want to get in touch with us, go ahead down in the description. We have all of our contact information, because every day I hear from people just like you who want to make Western North Carolina their next place to live. I want to hear from you, so don't be afraid to reach out. So kicking this thing off, let's go ahead and look at Brevard, right? I'm gonna be looking up here at the camera, back down to my computer a little bit. So if you see me looking away, that's why. This should be superimposed by the time we're done, but I always like to give the heads up, right? I'm not ignoring you. We're all here together. So jumping in, Brevard, North Carolina, where is it? Because today we're not just gonna be talking about Brevard. We're also gonna be talking about the neighborhoods, schools, outdoor attractions, things that you want to see and how far away it is from everything, right? So Brevard, North Carolina, let's kick it off. That is this beautiful little strip right here. That's what most people think of when they think of Brevard, but really, Brevard is much larger than that. Brevard is actually pretty much this entire area right here, right? It's a lot bigger than it looks, but we have that downtown Brevard area. That's what most people associate because it is a fun little downtown. So let's kind of look at Brevard. Let's zoom out, see how far away it is from most of the major cities that you might know and associate. So from Brevard, whenever you're trying to get somewhere, I'm always going to base it from Asheville. It's the biggest city that we have around here. So let's look. Brevard is about 45 minutes away from Asheville, which isn't too bad, especially when you're trying to get to that mountainy, quiet, rural lifestyle. 45 minutes to a major city, not a big deal, right? And I say major city because Asheville has a lot of the main things that you'd be looking for in a city urban lifestyle. Now, if you're looking for something just maybe a little bit of a larger town, things like that, you're really only about 25 minutes from Hendersonville, North Carolina, and about 25 minutes from Mills River. Again, not very far. And it's a really nice drive. Honestly, I love taking this road. I'm up this way myself. Not going to give you my exact location. Why not? I'm over in the Bent Creek area. But coming from here, I drive down to Brevard regularly, and it is a beautiful drive. It's something I used to do even when I was a kid because Brevard happens to be in a great location for outdoor living, right? And I'm going to get into that here in a second. But part of that is because Brevard is covered in waterfalls, right? There is over 250 waterfalls in Transylvania County, the county Brevard is located in. It is a huge destination for people who are looking for that outdoor lifestyle. I'm going to expand out from there here in a second, but first let's focus on what that downtown Brevard looks like and what you can see when you're there. As always, I'm keeping this map on terrain because people move here for the mountains. So let's take a look at what the mountains look like. You can tell Brevard itself, as far as the main strip, is in a little bit of a valley, just surrounded by mountains, streams, creeks, rivers, everything you could want. So, kicking us off here, let's get into the heart of Brevard. The thing that people love about Brevard is it's a charming, walkable town. As you can see, it's really laid out well. I'm gonna actually switch this over. Let's kind of go into a satellite view. You can see all of the tops of the buildings going through. I'm gonna kick it back in. But really nice grid structure, really easy to walk, and they lay it out so that it can be walkable, right? You've got a lot of cafes, local shops, breweries, art galleries. Brevard College is just a few blocks away, and it's also just white squirrels everywhere, right? White squirrels is kind of Brevard's calling card. It's one of the few places here in North Carolina, and I'm gonna kind of bring it out. It's one of the few places where white squirrels are everywhere. You're gonna see them no matter where you're at, and Brevard really leaned into it. It's actually a fun local legend, turns out to be true, of how the squirrels got there was from a traveling circus. 2 squirrels got out. They were given to a family as a gift. One of them escaped. The other one got let free. And they just kind of bred with the normal squirrel population. Now we have white squirrels all over Brevard, and they're actually expanding out. Like I said, I'm living up here. I've seen white squirrels in my neighborhood, so they are expanding. But diving back in here, one of the things people love about the downtown Brevard area is the walkability. It really holds on to that old school charm. Let's see if I can actually drag and drop right here. Yeah, as you can see, it really holds on to that old school charm. You know, all of the buildings have that classic look that you would just associate with a small town, especially in the mountains. For me, I always, ever since I was a kid, I'm always picturing like cowboys with rifles up on top of these buildings, which as any kid would, but now I'm a grown man and I still imagine the same thing because I watched too many Westerns growing up. So there's plenty to do out there, but they really have leaned in to the tourist industry, right? So with that, there is a lot of art shops while they also hold on to that classic local flavor. So definitely a fun spot to walk around and take a look. I also love, let me pop it over here, the cinema. Yes, okay. The cinema is something that's really cool that I like about checking out downtown too, because when you look at it, oh, that's the wrong way. When you look at it, it is that classic cinema, right? They even have the old booth out front. It's just something fun, right? It's a unique experience you don't really run into too much these days. People saw the Google car coming by and struck a pose. Respect. All right. So there is a lot of flavor in downtown. And as I say that, my mouse goes over Kilwin's ice cream. There is flavor there too. So plenty to look at. Now, the one thing that people love is the courthouse, the music festivals that are out there. Brevard really leans into community. It's a small town. You still have that small town flavor and community while being close to a lot of larger towns and areas. But what they also really lean into is that outdoor lifestyle, right? Now, Brevard College right here, again, it's right next door. It's a great college to go to. It's a liberal arts campus that brings a lot of flavor to the community with concerts, sports, events, just a lot of youthful energy that it brings into the town itself. And neighborhoods around the college are really speaking out to people who want a little bit of a quieter lifestyle while still being close to downtown. And I'm going to get into some of those neighborhoods here in a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to get into everything, but let's go ahead and kick it off with talking about one of my favorite places next to Brevard, Pisgah National Forest. All right, so I am going to show you something real quick, and I'm going to kick it back over to that satellite view. You might notice when you're looking right here, there aren't any buildings. All this right here, all this, and it actually goes up even higher, is Pisgah National Forest, right? I love Pisgah National Forest. Hundreds of hiking trails, biking trails, waterfalls. I mean, look at that. Morse Coves Falls, Morse Course Trail, Looking Glass Falls. This is also where you're going to find the famous Sliding Rock. To me, Sliding Rock, a little overrated, not one of my favorites, too much touristy, I would say. I'm going to show you a better place to go towards the end here, so stay tuned. I'm going to be getting into that as well, but be prepared. All of this water is cold, right? It is cold water. Honestly, I used to have a tradition with this one right here, Looking Glass Falls, and let me see if I can find, yep. So right down here, there is a rock. You're not really going to see it in this picture, but I used to go swimming underneath Looking Glass every May. School would get out, college would get out. Me and my buddies, we'd go do like a polar plunge under Looking Glass and hang out under the waterfall for about 15 minutes. Wasn't the smartest thing to do, but man, was it fun, right? We'd always have a good time. So Pisgah National Forest is a great place that people like to go and just experience that outdoor lifestyle. Plenty of hiking trails, like I had mentioned, fishing. There's actually tubing that you can do there as well. Right over here, yep, right next to the Pisgah Tavern, there is Dairy Bar and Gift Shop. It's temporarily closed because they closed their seasonal, but you can actually rent tubes there and go tubing down the Davidson River, which is a fun spot to go. No matter what you're looking for, obviously, as you can see, there's water everywhere. So if you're into fishing, if you're into just taking your kids to play in a creek where you don't have to worry about what's in there, right? There's no factory runoff in these mountains. And there's plenty of lakes to go enjoy, streams to enjoy, rivers to enjoy, fish, swim, whatever you want. It's literally nature's playground out there. And Pisgah National Forest is a huge draw for people who are trying to move to Brevard. That's one of the reasons they want to get there, is to just get out of a major city, right? They want to be back in nature. Now, you might not want to be that much in nature, right? Maybe you're not as mobile. Hiking trails don't really excite you. You want to be able to be in nature without being in nature. There's options for that too. So something really cool is happening. It's being done right now. It's already starting over in Hendersonville. I think they have about 6 miles of trail currently done. But the Acosta Trail. So the Acosta Trail, and I'm going to just go with a general idea of where this is at, starts off in Hendersonville as of right now, right? So where it's going is from Hendersonville all the way to Brevard. It's going to be about 19 miles. It's probably going to parallel right about there. It's going to be about 19 miles of pathway. And it used to be a train track. And what they did is they cleared the track, wasn't being used anymore, paved it over. They put in lanes in there so people can, if you're wanting to do road biking but don't want to worry about traffic, if you just want to take your kids out to ride their bike, or maybe you're on a scooter, or maybe you just want to walk a path, not worry about cars, not worry about tripping over roots, boom, that is set there for you as well. So it's going to be about 19 miles when it's finally done. There's stop signs going past roads. It's beautifully done. Really recommend checking it out. They even are really leaning into it, at least on the Hendersonville side right now. They've got trail, breweries, cafes, all of that right now, right on the trail for you to just step off, enjoy, and jump back on. And that's coming to Brevard. So it's going to be a huge draw there as well. Highly recommend checking that out. Now, I know I talked about some communities, so let's go ahead and jump in there. Jumping into some of these Brevard communities. First one I'm going to cover is the ones that are right downtown. All right, so looking right downtown Brevard, it's the in-town communities here. So I'm going to highlight kind of right around here, right? Now it does expand past there, but this is the main area I want to focus. I mean, honestly, it's all of this right here, but these are old mill houses. So it's more of a residential grid. It has a lot more walkability. If you're trying to just get into town, you want to go get a cup of coffee, you want to go grab a meal, just enjoy, wander around. It has a lot more walkability, especially in a rural area. When you're looking at rural towns like this, and I am calling it rural because it's surrounded by mountains, and that's a huge draw for people. If you want walkability, you're going to need to be right near the downtown area. And that's where this offers. Now, most of these homes are from the 1950s, 1970s. They are ranch style, mill homes, cottages, all of that kind of stuff, right? So go ahead, take a look there. It's ideal for people who are, maybe you're retiring, you just want that walkability access. Maybe you're faculty for Brevard College, or just a young professional. Really anybody who wants that community feel while still being able to have your own space, right? You want that community feel while being rural, but you don't want to be too far out. Boom, right there. That's exactly what you're looking for. So next up that we're looking here is Strauss Park. It's located north of Brevard, just a little bit, just outside of Pisgah. Got a little excited. It's one of the most popular planned communities in the Brevard area. So with that, you're gonna have some bigger houses. You have lakes, lake access. You have obviously the streams and rivers that are in there. You have pools, community clubhouse, newer homes and townhomes. And it's a little bit of a higher end construction area, but highly desirable. So that's a place that you can kind of go if you want to be right at that entrance to the park. Maybe you're a young family, maybe you just want to have that outdoorsy lifestyle, be a little bit away from downtown, have some more of your own space. That is a phenomenal option for you. And it also offers amazing resale value. So the next place we're going to look at is Glen, and it's a little bit of an older community. It's well established. It's got larger lots, some more mature trees, great view of the mountains, hard to beat, right? Actually, one of the things you'll see whenever you're looking from here, I'm going to zoom way out. First, let me highlight Glen and then I'll zoom out. So Glen is right in here. So that kind of community right in there, just east of Brevard. And what we're looking at, whenever you're looking over here on these mountains, you're looking straight into Pisgah National Forest, right? You're going to actually be able to see, depending on where you're at, you'll be able to see Pisgah Mountain. So Mount Pisgah. It's the one that has the giant tower on top. It's one of the tallest peaks in this area that you can see. It's really beautiful, actually. Fun hike too, if you ever get the opportunity. So going right in there, you have Glen right in here. It's going to have larger lots, more mature trees, and just a mix of those older and newer homes, right? Things are always getting built. Brevard is a community that a lot of people are wanting to be a part of. So it is continually growing, which is nice because while it's growing, it's still holding on to that community vibe and community feel that it's always had. All right, now we're going to go a little bit south and we're going to be looking at Conestee Falls, right? right in here, you've got Conisty Falls. So you've got Brevard coming right down 276, boom, Conisty Falls. And this is a feature-rich community. It's a feature-rich community, all right? So this is for those high rollers. You've got golf course out there, clubhouse, community garden, tons of wildlife. This is a really great area for someone. It really leans into retirees, second home buyers, anyone who is wanting a resort style lifestyle, right? That's what this area offers, is Conisty Falls right there. So take a look. That's a beautiful area to check out. We can dive deeper there if you want to. Let me know in the comments. But next, we're going to run a little bit further east. We're going to be going over to Little River, over by the Dupont Recreational Forest, right? That is right in here. You've got the Little River community. And this is a great area for someone who wants a more peaceful lifestyle, right? Right in here. You want that more peaceful rural lifestyle. You get a lot of acreage, cabins, mountain views, obviously plenty of wildlife. There's so much wildlife out here. It's amazing. I'm talking deer, white squirrels. You obviously got your groundhogs. You've got bear that come through. You got some mountain lions, raccoons, hawks, eagles. There's everything out here, right? So definitely something you want to check out. But it also is a mountain biking paradise right here. Easy access to waterfalls. I mean, look at all this water around here. Obviously, there's easy access to waterfalls going all throughout. But it also leads us right into Dupont Recreational Forest. Dupont is an amazing place to check out, right? Not only do you have Pisgah National Forest up here, with Mount Pisgah included, and all of the waterfalls included, but you also have Dupont right on the other side of Brevard. So it's really nestled in a really cool valley there. Now, Dupont is famous for a few of its waterfalls, such as Triple Falls, High Falls, Hooker Falls, so many mountain biking trails. Again, it's like a little brother to Pisgah National Forest. There's so much to do there. You've got your mountain biking and all that, horse trails, lake access, so much to do. So you've got really wildlife and nature on either side of Brevard, and all of these communities that kind of offer whatever you're looking for. If you want something with a little bit more community access, walkability, boom, you've got Brevard right there, right in the center of downtown. If you want something with a little bit higher acreage, good resale value, you have the area right up here as far as Strauss Park. If you're wanting something with a little bit more old growth, some great views, you're right here over in the Glen Canyon area. If you're looking for something with a resort lifestyle, you've got Conisty Falls. And then over here, you have the Little River area where you have some more acreage, some more rural lifestyle. So there's something for everybody where you're looking there. One thing that I had mentioned before is that I thought that Sliding Rock was a little overrated. And in my opinion, and I'm not the only one who feels this, it is overrated. There's so many hidden gems that you can find that beat Sliding Rock with the same kind of feel, right? So we're coming right down from Brevard, and you're looking right here. Man, that's messy, but you get the picture, right? Gorgeous state park. Whenever you're in there, there is Rainbow Falls. All right, Rainbow Falls and Turtleback Falls Trailhead. It's exactly what you're looking for. Now, Rainbow Falls is one of the tallest waterfalls in the Southeast, and it is beautiful. It is an amazing waterfall, highly recommended, great hike, and all throughout the downstream, right? All downstream from Rainbow Falls is amazing swimming holes that you can go and check out, swim in and enjoy, and really, really beautiful place. But for me, and obviously I've swam under there before, Turtleback Falls beats Sliding Rock 9 times out of 10, right? And the reason for that, I'm going to try to show you in some of these pictures here, it is a sliding rock that you drop off and fall with the waterfall, right? Into that awesome swimming hole down there. So definitely a place to go. You can obviously see people are already doing it up there. You jump in, you slide down, you fall maybe about 5-6 feet right into the water. So much fun, so much better than Sliding Rock, much less crowded. Yeah, it's all around an improvement in my mind, right? So definitely take a look at that if you're out there. It is a place you want to go and explore and enjoy. And again, another beautiful state park just south of Brevard. It's a nature lover's paradise. So let's take a look at something that a lot of people are interested in. Schools. What does schools look like in Brevard? So Brevard has 3 schools as far as public schools. You have Brevard Elementary, Brevard Middle, and Brevard High. All of them great schools, right? All close to downtown, keeps those commutes low. And honestly, commutes from Brevard aren't that bad anyway. 64 to 280 right there. I mean, if you're taking 64 to Hendersonville, only 25 minutes. It's really not a long commute if you're looking for work there. Mills River, again, about 25 minutes up 280. And you're really only looking at about 45 to get to the heart of downtown Asheville. So really not bad as far as commutes in general. Makes Brevard ideal for someone that's looking for a rural lifestyle with an easy commute to a larger metro, right? It's not something that you're trying to do all the time, but it's an easy commute to make. Now, if you're looking to buy here, you're thinking, where should I start? And really what that comes down to is, what are you looking for? Are you looking for that community feature? Are you looking for an easy walkable downtown? Are you looking for something that is a little bit more mountainous, good resale value? Maybe you want more acreage, resort lifestyle. We went through a few places in here, but there is so much hidden in these beautiful mountains. I mean, look at this. All of this, there's houses all throughout there. Well, maybe not right in this area, but all throughout here, there are homes, communities, and it really depends on what kind of lifestyle you're trying to create. If you're curious about it, let me know. I am here to help you. I'm happy to go house hunting with you, show you some of these communities. I just need to find out what it is you're looking for to make that dream a reality. And that'll wrap up our map tour of Brevard. Obviously, there's plenty of neighborhoods here. I would love to help you find the right one for you. And all I need from you, find out what kind of lifestyle you want to live. Go ahead, put down in the comments what you liked most about Brevard. Maybe if you've been there before, what some of your favorite features are that I might not have highlighted, or some things I might have missed. I am not perfect, and I don't claim to be, so I want to hear from you. Also, if you're looking at making Western North Carolina your next home, go ahead down in the contact description. You're going to be able to find all of our contact information. I want to hear from you, just like I hear from people every single day, just like you, who want to make these mountains their home. I'm Dylan Slattery. I appreciate you coming on this ride with me. Go ahead and like and subscribe, because every week we come out with more information about Western North Carolina, and you want to be the first to know.